Good morning, Lisa and Jim and Carol, Wendy and Nan, Kimberly, Bruce, Jan, Charles, Helen, Ruth, Jamie. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Joylyn, Kelly, Carrie, Sky and Leah and Monique, and Alberta, watching on YouTube, and Jeffrey Nation, and Betty. Thank you all so much for joining our daily devotional practice, 6 a.m. Pacific time, or whatever time you join us. These broadcasts remain available all day and beyond. There's Jeffrey and Anna and Christopher, Joseph, and Laura and Jill. We are using 365 Science of Mind, a Year of Daily Wisdom from Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living. And our practice is just to take a few minutes each morning. And I light a candle to create for myself a routine. You may call it a ritual. And it helps me know, both physically and emotionally and mentally, that this is what I'm doing now. And so it helps me settle into my body and into my mind and into the practice. And I know some of you are lighting candles too, because you send photos of it. And I love to know that in this network of people practicing together, we have the same routine, even if it is in different time zones or different places. This morning's reading for the 15th of September has got a lot of key phrases in it, and it's the sort of reading that really would be great, again, to sit down together and unpack, because it has ideas in it that became central to the Science of Mind teaching. And so we really need to dig into it because they might slip by quickly. So just a few to point out. Dr. Holmes, who was a Bible student, had the Psalms and the Christian Testament running through him in his memory. So he would often use phrases from the Bible, slightly changed, poetically rendered. And if you don't know the Bible, you may not catch where it comes from. For example, he talks in today's reading about the secret place of the Most High, or I have a secret source in God, talking about how in our consciousness, the secret place means that it is not touched by anything else. In our consciousness is the place where we most immediately, so to speak, are interacting, part of an opening to divine inspiration. And so perhaps that is why he begins the reading by saying, my thought, meaning my consciousness, is a gateway. It's a lovely word. A gateway to illumination, or to understanding, to knowing in my consciousness. And a gateway, of course, is something that allows access. And, in today's world, Dr. Holmes wouldn't have known this, that a gateway is a device or a software that helps connect or allows information to flow or pass. So our consciousness in his way of thinking is that place. And then he says, in it, we'll find it in a moment, something like, do not live to myself alone. That is a biblical reference um, that comes from, well, I'm guessing this use comes from Romans, where it is being discussed how there is a diversity of ways of thinking and believing and practicing, and that we are not to judge other people or consider their way of thinking and believing to be higher or lower. In fact, we ought to keep it to ourselves. And if we do think a practice like this devotion is spiritual, or saying mantras or affirmation is spiritual, we are doing it through our own gateway, our own connection to the divine. So it's not me personally, it's my interaction with the divine. So in that Romans, it expresses it beautifully, how each one of us should be convinced in our own mind that what we do, whether it is observing a special day, eating in a certain way, not eating, saying a prayer, that we are doing it because of our inner conviction. We are living to that conviction, and that is between us and the divine and does not need to be imposed on anybody else. Wouldn't the world be a lovely place if we didn't try to make everybody be the same? So let us take a moment and you'll hear these words: gateway, secret place of the Most High, and live unto myself alone in the reading. Taking a breath then, and exhaling, perhaps letting your eyes close as these words evoke in us images and feelings of peace. My consciousness is a gateway to illumination. The living spirit within me is my strength and power. And so today I approach life with a sense of confidence and well-being. I know today that my source, the secret source, the safe place within me is the living spirit, and I'm accessing that right now. Today I know that my consciousness, my thought, is a gateway to illumination. It is the secret place of the Most High within me. And from there comes inspiration, guidance, and wisdom. So right now and today throughout the day, I accept this. Accept life as a spiritual adventure. And today I believe in myself because I first believe in the living spirit. So I have calm confidence in everything that unfolds. I'm enthusiastic today from deep within, for there is within me an innocent expectation of perfect right action. Today, as I move through the world, I open my awareness to the understanding that all the power and all the presence there is, all the creativity and all the love there is also where I am. I'm surrounded by it, embraced by it. And I am a gateway for it It, through me, imparts its own love to the world, and it's beautiful. And knowing that I cannot live unto myself alone, because I am a part of this life, I gladly and enthusiastically feel my unity with people, all beings, with events. And I, as the gateway, allow the love of the living Spirit to flow into all that is and from all that is into me, understanding today that I belong to the universe in which I live, and it belongs to me. I am part of it, necessary, one with it. And letting the next breath I take be deeper than the one before. I begin to allow the movement of breath prepare me for whatever is next. Letting some of the words of today's meditation dwell deeply in me to carry me through the day.